fuck out of bed, bitch. Go. Get up, and get the guy go. Time to wake up, bitch. Get up. Get up. Get up.
GM guys, we are live. We are the $1 Trade Show once again come to you in this beautiful week. How you doing, Nick?
Doesn't seem beautiful at your end. You're hiding in a hoodie. It is a groovy market hoodie, though. That is popping. I just realized I didn't fucking name the show properly today before we went live.
It's Tribe Wars. It's Tribe Wars,
Tribe Wars.
motherfucker.
Prediction mark.
Yeah.
Tribe. That's it. Tribe Wars.
On prediction markets, I'm just sharing this here because we need to invite more people. And by the way, talking about invitation, let me invite you guys to check out what we are doing here. Okay, this is our X page. We are Groovy Market _ there. So Nick and I, we have been building this prediction market platform. It's pretty cool. But most important thing, check this out. We went live last week with testnet. We have these great designs here to you. And by the way, I saw someone copying our designs with the TV yesterday.
Fuck those guys.
I'm not gonna name names.
Genius. How dare? How dare a bitch do that? That's ridiculous. I just want to say something that our account has almost grown by like 1,000 users in the past couple of weeks. So
yes,
happening.
We are almost at 2K. So make sure to follow us.
Like great people following us.
Great people follow us. Yeah, that's what I heard multiple times.
Nobody like Polymarket or Kalshi has followed us yet. Oh no, that's not true. I think we've got Chef Steve.
We have some people from Kalshi and Polymarket following us.
Yeah,
and we will have more soon. Yeah. So let's start the day with, of course, what's okay. Let's start with this one. So we've been seeing that Kalshi is hiring everyone in this space. Every small, medium, and big KOL is almost everyone is working for Kalshi. So if you're a KOL and if you're not working for Kalshi yet, check your DMs and your email because they probably sent you something. It probably is in your spam. Check that out. It was really interesting.
You're leaving money on the table, guys. You need to go get that money. They're throwing it.
You don't need to go to McDonald's. You probably can work for Kalshi.
Yeah, for sure.
And we are going to get to Polymarket as well because I'm going to burn everyone today because I'm not in the mood. I'm not in the mood today, as you guys can see.
It's like grumpy Monday. It's Monday blues. We're fucking pissed for no real reason.
Everybody. I mean, if you're not grumpy on Monday morning, what the fuck is going with you? Where are you living?
I want to live where I want to live. I want to be that motherfucker's neighbor. If somebody wakes up isn't grumpy on a Monday, I want to be their neighbor. I want to kind of leech off that energy and just try not be a grumpy dick.
I don't have ever felt grumpy and you go to the elevator of your hall or whatever and there's people really, really happy. Say, hey, good morning, and all that shit. I get even grumpier. Anyway, so basically, let's go to the show. So details on these prediction market KOLs deals are absolutely mental. So KPIs, low pay, okay, $1,000 a month. It depends on where you are. It's not low pay.
Yeah, I mean, $1,000 a month in the UK, like, unless you're really struggling, isn't going to dent shit. It's not going to pay for anything, but it's
dude, I'm in Brazil. I have a family and a baby. That's not good money. But if you're a teenager, if your parents, you're doing nothing, just spending time on internet.
If you're in uni or college or shit like that, that's smashing.
That's not bad at all. That's not bad at all.
And think about it, like it makes it affordable because people would pay like grand a month, and you can get like if you pay like 30 grand a month, you can get 30 KOLs. You're going to have impact at that point, right? But
Yeah.
you can't spend that much more on it.
And think with me here. So, okay, if you're a small KOL and you start getting $1,000 a month and you started showing your work, that could be just the first step on a career.
Yeah.
It depends. I mean, you might be just starting, but you can be good, so you can be even better and learning. Anyway,
Exactly.
so there's a lot of questioning about this, and of course KPIs, dude. If you're hiring someone, why wouldn't you have any KPI on that? Okay,
Yes.
penalties incurred if you post about competition. Okay, I mean, it's
That's
right. If I'm paying you to talk about my products, I don't want you talking about anyone else, right? I mean, that's kind of obvious.
it kind of makes sense, but you're not a KOL at that point, right? You're an employee without a contract.
No, but yeah, but that's the thing here about competition. So you cannot post about competition. Imagine you're a KOL, you're getting paid by Cauchy or Polymarket or whatever. Dude, you can be a KOL for other products in other fronts. You can talk about DEXs, you can talk about data
It's
products.
hard though because it,
It is.
the
I'm
way the
not saying
feed
that is
works, the way
easy.
everybody does, they get. This is why we saw the big shift between these KOLs and content creators going, "Oh, prediction markets," because they now want to tune the algorithm to make the algorithm think they know about prediction markets. And guys, if you're in prediction markets and you're trying to learn about it, remember that's what's happening, right? They're not. You might be seeing people who are talking a lot about prediction markets, but they're not experts. And in fact, if anybody says they're an expert, fucking ignore them straight up.
Yeah.
Every topic doesn't matter what it is. I'm an
But
expert. Go fuck yourself.
by the way, don't trust anything that I say because I'm dumb. We are going to see that we have people
Double
dumber
dumb.
than me here. But yeah, the thing is,
You being
okay,
slightly
this
mean.
anyway. I mean, it makes sense. Everything that Cook Capital is talking here, it's correct. I just wanted to have uh, screenshots, emails. I wanted to see this. So I mean, we need to fact check this information. I'm not. I mean, it seems really. It seems truthful. It seems
Yeah, I
like
mean that. I think what
makes
we're
total
used
sense.
to in that. I think right. You could look at this in a couple of ways, right? Because we obviously come from quite old industries and have actually had jobs in the past, right? There's a lot of people in the crypto Web3 game that haven't even had jobs, right? And he'll probably be one of them, right? He's probably quite a young guy from the UK, right? Who's ridden the UK super team vibe for a while, right? And done
Hmm.
very well out of it. But as we see crypto and Web3 mature, you're going to see more and more of these contracts come in place, right? People aren't just going to go,
Hmm.
yo, bro, the crypto bro thing's dead, right? This
Yeah.
cycle, it dies. It dies this cycle. Just remember that. The yo bro shit, that's not going to happen next cycle. If MD's got money, they're going to watch what has happened over the past few cycles and how people have rugged them. I mean, think about what you said earlier, right? Like you were on a project and you were giving away like $10 to like play in the project, and you gave out $10 and only two people used it. The rest of them kept the money,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That would Kalshi's not stupid. They're not going to just give out $1,000 to somebody, but like, yo, good vibes, we're vibes, bro. Because most of them
Yes.
would just disappear, right?
Hmm.
So
Yes, of course.
it makes sense. So like, if he thinks it's going to be like that in the future, like
Hmm.
he's going to have to exit this cycle, right?
Yes. I think this kind of thing is going to be just more natural.
Yeah,
Anyway,
and that's why we're seeing agencies and stuff like that come in place, right? Because then they will do all the due diligence for you, do the paperwork, and then you blame the agency if it doesn't go right, and you sue them
yes.
until they have no money.
Yes.
Remember,
Exactly.
agencies, KOL agencies, get lawyers.
Unless and you're in really silence, unless you're a fucking crazy guy, as we had this experience, and you work for an agency, but you think you can make threats to whoever hired the agency. Because I mean, things have been so challenging lately that even this kind of shit we had to deal with. Anyway,
Yeah,
Web2 circles. Dude, that's the thing. I mean, and I think there's a lot of misunderstanding. And I mentioned this earlier. Is so when we talk about DAOs, it's not that DAOs don't work. It's just like DAOs work. but we were told that DAOs would work for something, and actually it was a lie. And okay, I
Yeah.
mean, I understand this utopia and this romance around the Web3 and decentralization, and I fall for that. I believe that, but let's be really practical. What we are going to see, it's a new infrastructure, but the same business is going to be the same business. So Web2 companies, they are going to try and implement Web3 technology, but they don't want to change the game because that's the game that has been working for them. I mean,
It's
since
a game that
ever.
kind of proves people don't. I mean, like, so Cook has mixed reviews in general, right? Like that guy, depending on what side of the place you go to, rugs the fuck out of people, according to other people, right? And he's on
Hmm.
rugger lists, right, from the meme coin world. So it's difficult to know how much of what he says you trust, right? Because I would
Hmm.
never buy a meme coin that he pumps or a coin that he pumps, because by the time it's being pumped, that's him dumping his exit liquidity. If you don't know that, you kind of
Yeah.
deserve to get dumped on like that. If it
Yes.
happens once, twice, three times, okay, but learn your lesson after that. These
Yeah.
guys work in cabals to pump and dump tokens.
Yeah. 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 So worse than McDonald's, why is anyone doing this? Why? I gonna tell you why. Because they need money. They need some work. They need
Yeah.
jobs. That's
Not
that's
everybody
that
can rug people in meme coins.
that's why. So so probably for low level and medium size KOLs. I wouldn't say that. I would say even for big KOLs. So no way Cooker and John Wang are doing it for this. John
Yeah.
Wang works for Kaushi, of course. Yeah,
Yeah, the
John
fact
Wang
he didn't
is.
know that is just like,
Yes. I
come on, he's
don't.
not a KOL.
I don't know the deal between John Wang and Kaushi, but he acts like he was an Kaushi employee,
He
which
isn't. No, he is. He's
no
a
problem
hire.
at all.
He's head
He
of
is right.
crypto. He's a
Yeah.
hire. Yeah, yeah.
So okay, yeah. What's the
There's
problem,
another.
right? I
That's
mean,
it.
yeah.
He is
So,
the high. So this is a running theme where basically in crypto, you're not in the next couple of years, you're not going to be able to get a job unless you have a large audience, right? If
yeah.
you don't have a large audience that the company can plug into and build their audience with, they're not going to hire you. And it's a bit sad, right? Because it's like that's full tilt capitalism drain everything out of the independent person instead of
Mm-hmm.
the business being built around growth and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, no, he's an employee. There's another guy, the Link guy, OX Link or something. No, is it Link? I can't remember. They hired a. Oh, we're about to see this in a minute. Actually, we're about to get into that beef.
Yes,
There's
yes.
a lot of beef, right? So like, just to frame this right now,
Yes. So
we're
go do
talking about
yours.
the tribalism that is emerging fast
Exactly.
out of Polymarket and Kalshi. That's what we're covering today, right? There's a ton
We
of tribalism. It's
oh,
not looking nice, right? It's not looking cool.
it's not. It's not. And I forgot I should start with Lord Miles, but let's save Lord Miles for the end. We
The
have
end.
yes. Not saying that we have cooler stuff because Lord Miles is pretty cool. I mean, actually, what's happening? But anyway, just to close this, go do your research. Actually, if you state these facts here, I want to see any evidence, any conversation, any talk, any email, any DM, anything
Yeah.
that's that makes me believe in anything that you say. Not saying that this is unbelievable because it's not,
No, I guess
but
that's what he's saying. He's like,
yes,
go ask around and see who else is like, go ask one and see what their deal is. I mean,
yes.
if at least they don't seem to have them under, like the thing is, he could not be sharing it because the person's under an NDA not to share the details of his
But
deal,
if you
which
receive
is the worst if
but
that is the
if you
case.
receive an offer, if you never accept, aren't you
All
allowed to
right,
share that?
but
My
maybe they make you
point.
sign
My
the NDA
point.
beforehand, right? Like
I
that
mean,
would be pure bastard,
it will be.
pure bastard
Anyway,
Web 2 shit.
yes. Let's move forward to Dave Hoffman and shout out to Dave Hoffman because he hikes mountains and he beat the shit out of Kane last year at Karate Combats. And I saw that. I was there.
Oh, is he one of those dudes? I
When
don't know
it
this
was
guy.
it was
Can
no
he
yeah
fight?
so dude, I didn't believe that, but he
Oh
can
yeah,
he
there's loads of
looks
people you think can't fight can like fight like wild dogs.
dude, he was airy and he was what the fuck, man.
Fucking all in
And I
it,
mean
yeah.
he hikes mountains, so shout outs to him. So basically, he's saying this. This is why Polymarket is materially different from non-crypto. His words, okay, guys, not my words. Polymarket is a money Lego. I wouldn't say might get there.
No,
Not
no,
yet.
I think he can see. This is the conversation that we had with Gondor last week, where it's just like these
Yes,
two
it is.
approaches. It looks like that Kalshi's going for like the pure growth. Um, we're all about making money, extracting from the community sort of vibe, almost, right? I mean, I
Yeah,
may be wrong in that. I don't have an inside track, but it looks like that from the outside. Let's buy all the KOLs, like suck up all the energy in the ecosystem to grow us. And Polymarket's like, we're putting tools in place for you to build on top of us so we can
it
earn
seems.
together. That's
It
more
seems
Web
so.
three for me, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
even if Couchy does a flip, like they would need to do a 360 on what they're doing right now.
180. If you do a 360, you get to the same point.
Yeah. Fuck
Yeah.
Mondays. Doing
Yeah,
all my
see?
head in. It's a
No, but
Monday.
everybody says that. Everybody says that. But yeah. So basically, it's free for builders to it's free for builders and the open source community to build upon. So basically, it's just what Nick stated. When you open a position on Polymarket, what you get is a token. It's a conditional token, but you can use this token to do basically anything. That's an asset. And last week we talked to damn, I forgot his name,
Gondor.
but the guy from
Oh, yeah.
Gondor. I'm trying to remember his name. He was a really nice
Arseni.
guy.
Arseni.
Arseni. Sorry, Arseni. Shout out to you, man.
It's not a name I've heard before, so it's not something you would easily remember.
Yeah. Anyway, you can use your assets as collateral to get a loan or to go long or to go short to do anything on crypto. And in the future, I hope to see further development that tied in Polymarket to the rest of DeFi. And we are going to see because there's some products already building there.
Yeah.
And so, but the most interesting thing is not this. This is kind of obvious what he's saying, but and he's giving a shout out to Polyland, basically another protocol that's using poly market infrastructure to build DeFi, let's say, applications. So this is funny, and this is where the fight starts. And David Hoffman has a history of fighting for Ethereum, and now it seems, I mean, I don't know, it seems
On chain,
he like to
basically,
fight.
yeah, because
Basically,
what's happening right now with
he's
Calci and
really
Polymarket is a battle between Web 2 versus Web 3.
yes.
Kinda. I don't think it's that simple, and it won't be. And as the months play out, I don't think it'll look that simple.
As,
But
as you said, it's a matter of it's not only go to market strategy and it's how you build your company strategy. They decided to go different paths, and there's no better or worse path. They are different. I mean, we are only
yeah,
going to be able to see that in the future according to how they perform. But basically, Ultra, which sparked from Cauchy team, we can see here. We're saying you are not ready for Cauchy and DeFi unless it is an undisclosed paid post. So basically, the guy said, "Okay, are you shilling this because you were paid for and you're not telling us?" And basically, Dave Hoffman said, "Okay, undisclosed paid post. Never done one of these in my life. You should talk to your boss, though. I hear he's an expert of them." And damn, okay,
and
he's
you need to
burned it,
know
man.
what has happened in the past to be able to understand that joke,
Yeah, so
or that's that
basically
quip.
in where is that? Okay, basically in the past, right after the elections, the FBA went to Shankoplan's
FBI.
house, and so there was this raid in his house, and basically what happened is that we saw these print screens of conversation from people that worked at Kalshi at the time, and it seems that they still work it there, hiring people to talk about this on crypto Twitter, basically to kind of
To pump it.
say
To pump
trash.
the
Yeah,
narrative that they are doing dodgy shit when they
they're
weren't
doing.
actually. It's just the FBI was a bit concerned that on Polymarket they managed to predict the election, and they were looking to see if there was any tampering in the election, which there wasn't.
Yes, that's it. So basically, this is what they're talking about here. It happened in the past. I mean, but anyway, so you change your minds in time. Remind me of this in 1 month. So we've been talking about this. So is it Cauchy going to go on chain? If so, which chain they are going to deploy? So we want to see Cauchy going on chain. I would be interested in seeing
Yeah.
that. And okay, let's
And
remember
they've
this
got a head
next
of
month. We
crypto,
come
right?
back here.
Like, so.
They have, yeah. Our position on the Cauchy on chain tokens like Polymarket is still closed off chain. Yes, they are. They are still off chain, Giriba. Okay. Um, let's go to the next one. So DZ was just highlighting this. What happened in the past? This from Paksha. Oh, okay, so this is how the tribalism keeps going. Basically, we've been seeing more people teasing how they are part of this or that tribe. Okay, are you with Polymarket or are you
Give me a
with
badge on my
Cauchy?
profile.
And there is this, yes, there's this new Poly Baddies account. I bet we are going to see a Polymarket badge here in the next
Yeah, if
few
we do,
days.
like, oh, it
So I have
worked.
a prediction how I
Guys,
think
here's what you do. Create a successful meme against Cauchy or against Polymarket, whatever team you want to be on, and get a badge for free.
and get a badge. Yeah. So basically, I mean, and create content because we love this kind of content. It's pretty cool. Yeah, we need 100 full beautiful women telling us what to bet on. We need live streaming predictions.
Hey, we got
Hey,
that.
shout
Wait
out,
a
we
minute, you need
have
to
these
get in
on
there and be like,
Groovy.
we've got live stream predictions and our permissionless markets. That's what you need to be saying in there.
Where is he? Where is he? Okay, Greg, let's go. Fuck, I have to disable this. Where is?
It's not disabled.
I don't know. I don't know what's
Oh,
going on.
all right. Well,
What's happening
we can't
here?
do a reply guy live. Oh, we can. There we go. No, no,
Where?
that's it.
Where? I
Okay.
don't want to.
No, reply guys
Fuck,
ended.
what's going
We can't do
on?
it now. We're dead
See, I
air. We
cannot
can't have dead
reply.
air in a live stream.
Damn. Okay. We've got you. You can start your live stream on your own created market using Groovy Market. That's
all we
it.
need.
You're welcome. That's it. Cool. Then what's next? Okay, John Wang. We've been talking about him. So what got me here? I don't even finish reading this. Basically, sneak peek from my token 2049 presentation, and he started since that he will compare poly markets and perpetuals, hyperliquid. We've been talking about it multiple times. So basically, he starts with landscape leaders, perps, and prediction markets, which what's going on in crypto this cycle. And he starts with organic volume, no wash trading, and airdrop farmers. I don't know in what world he lives. I wanted to live there. I wanted to live there because, dude, what the fuck? What we've been seeing the last few weeks, Kaushi is hiring everybody that's possible to hire to talk about Kaushi. Which, if I had Kaushi's money, I would do the
Yeah.
same. And what we've been seeing Polymarket basically distributing badges for multiple accounts that are shilling Polymarket. It is a competition for
Yes.
attention, and this competition is being fueled by money incentives. It could be only a badge. I'm not saying that even there's money there, but if there's a badge, it's a social
Yeah.
incentive. If you provide liquidity to Polymarket, you get dollars, you get USDC. So that's it. There's
Yeah.
money behind that. There's
Yep.
not organic. Do you know what is organic? Organic is something that comes naturally, that comes kind of like Mother Earth. You leave a seed there and that naturally grows, naturally grows. If you have to put water, if you have to do everything else, that's not organic.
And and
So
let's just say
this
it's not
growth,
just
and Nick will be
not
able
just
to
Cauchy,
talk
right? Like,
way
so
better than me about that. Yeah, no, it's
Hyperliquid
not only Kaushi.
Hyperliquid is not a comparable thing to Cauchy, right? You you can't compare those two things. But
Dude,
from
Just a
what
comment here.
I understand
No
the
airdrop
Hyperliquid
farmers.
story is, right?
No airdrop farmers on Hyperliquid.
Exactly. Well, we
People
know an
were-
airdrop farmer on
people were-
Hyperliquid. Like it's like
Fuck.
we know what they were doing,
Yeah.
right? They were actually pushing it to us, and I was stupid and didn't do it. That's because I was building a product. I'm a builder, not a farmer. But yeah, like so, there is no organic growth. Even Polymarket was offering dollar money for you to use use their platform. There's no
What is
shame in
that?
that, right? But don't say it's organic
No.
growth, man. That's like misleading. That's a really misleading statement. And then
That's it.
let's see
That's it.
how all of these badge holders on either side of the camp fare up when they kill the program in a few months, because at the end of this cycle, you think they're going to be paying your bills? Are you crazy? Like, you must be a naive. This must be your first cycle to think that you're going to make money as a content creator in crypto outside of the bull market. Even in the bull market, content creators are getting killed right now. Like there was a post last week. I think he was on Abstract. Some guy quit his job in February to be a content creator on Abstract. You're just like, dude. And then he lost the token plummeted 75%. Right? Oh my god, I'm dying. I'm dying. Taking all my money. Like, oh, I can't. Like, there needs to be. He's looking for stimulus checks. Literally, he was looking for stimulus checks from Abstract to keep him afloat because he made a dubious decision and thought crypto was like that was it. We're all gonna be rich forever. You can tell the new kids that have come in, and you can also tell the people who don't fully explain what has happened over the past few years. Like that, there has not been organic growth in crypto since DeFi summer, right? And even before that, the ICO period was flooded with ads, right? So that's not organic. If you're paying for it, that's not organic. There's nothing wrong with it being inorganic, right? If you've been around the game long enough, you understand that when Google and Facebook built the best ad platforms in the world, organic was going to die. Right, because they own all the distribution platforms, Twitter as well. So when the distribution platforms are geared against organic discovery, which they are, and anybody can challenge me about that any day of the week, right? They're geared against it. They're geared to make you spend money on ads. But crypto can't spend money on ads in most regions, particularly the regions that have money that actually creates growth, like the US, right? It's regulated. Can't do it. So you have to hire KOLs. This is why KOLs are so powerful right now. Mark my words, if it becomes easier to advertise for crypto on these platforms, KOLs are going to zero, right? Because why would I hire a guy whose metrics are potentially dubious and I can't verify versus being able to verify loosely ad performance? It's like, and then it's just a way. So like, all your partner guys out there doing all that tribalist shit, when the money dries up, when the bull market ends, what side are you going to be on? You're only going to be by yourself because neither one of the platforms are going to stand you up.
That's it. That's it. So there's a say. I don't know how I don't know if it translates well to English, but we have a say here in Brazil that say there's no corn, no popcorn.
Exactly.
That's it. When that dries,
they have a market budget. They're spending it right now. When that stops, unless something miracle happens and they get that budget back plus some, that's dead. But in the end, we're already starting to see fatigue from people hearing the Kalshi people shouting a lot, right? That fatigue will be real, right? It will create diminishing returns and they'll turn the program off because that's how growth works. That's how business works. When you don't see returns, you cut it. There's only so much you can, there's only so much Kalshi you can hear. There's only so much Polymarket you can hear before your brain goes, I don't hear this anymore. I don't listen to it. And it's just noise and you filter it out.
Yeah.
So it's coming.
We saw a few weeks ago the guys canceling
words
like
he was a Polymarket guy though, but it is true.
No, it was
true.
But I mean,
the only reason I haven't kind of turned
true.
it off is because I'm a spectator. I'm watching this play out, and I'm like, yeah, this validates all my thoughts. Like, you guys are all really noisy and all really supportive because they're putting money in your pocket, and you know that's great. That's fine. a job's a job, but when the job ends, what are you going to do? Like, you better be good at trading on prediction markets.
So, and this is a great time and hook for me to shout out to the $1 Trade newsletter. So, guys, we've been running this newsletter alongside with the show, and we have around 1,000 subscribers with over 20% open rate. So, if you are building on prediction markets, and this is not a call for marketing or anything like that, if you want to share your content not only on Twitter but on the newsletter as well, we have already a couple of contributors. One more article is going to be out today or tomorrow about arbitrage opportunities in prediction markets. So if you want to actually create some more content on prediction market and distribute to people who are interested on reading about them, send us a message, send me a DM, send a DM at our main accounts, Groovy Markets on
You can also message
Twitter,
on Substack.
and participate.
Message on Substack as well.
Yes, it's the $1 trade at Substack. That's it.
Yeah,
so
just
it's an
it's an open
open
call to
it's an
builders
open invite for anyone.
and people that have good insights. Like, I'd say the
Yes.
way that we want to keep this legitimate is you have to kind of respond with data. We're not really interested in your opinion pieces about this and that unless it has some validity to it that's provable somewhere else. But your
That's it.
spiraling thoughts
That's
on
it.
prediction markets when you've never used one, we're not really interested in that sort of content.
Yeah, if you're building something cool and you have some innovative ideas,
Data,
so
just
feel free to
come,
share
just
that
come,
with
and we'll
us.
do stuff. We can
Yes,
we'll have you
with
on the show if it's really good, but definitely lots of space in the newsletter
yes.
for new ideas.
Talking about on the show, shout out to Probability Gods, and if you want to come to the
He's
show,
coming. He's
Probability
coming.
God,
We just need
and
to.
you
I need
want,
to message him back.
it's
No,
coming
no,
today?
no, no. He's not coming today. He will be here
Oh,
either this week or next week. I think it's next. I think I said next Monday, but we've not
cool.
had confirmation. But I'm really, really keen to talk to Probability God because I like his content so far. And he hasn't got a
Cool,
badge
amazing.
next to his name. He's not going to come
That's
shill.
good. That's good. That he's an impartial
That's it. He's building his own stuff. He's
agent
got his own
on
tools
the
that he's
space
building, and
so
that's
far.
it. We love builders.
Yes. So in this case, he's mentioning this. He's making a comment on this John Wang tweet, and I'm sure prediction markets and perps have a lot more in common than being the two new most prominent asset classes in crypto. There are deeper layers to it. Leverage trading on prediction markets, hedging leverage perps positions on prediction markets, which kind of really advanced strategies for traders, and getting alpha from prediction markets value from your perp trading strategy, and a lot more. And this getting alpha is not only for your trading strategies, but it's getting alpha about anything in life, we believe. And since we are talking about hyperliquid here, I just wanted to highlight this hack that happened
This is
last
just for
week
community
with
good.
actually
If you
it's not
didn't
a
know,
hack. Yes, that's it. And there was a rug pull of almost $4 million that were deposited in Hypervault. And basically, what I would like to highlight is as soon as we start to see this growth in DeFi platforms using prediction markets assets like yes, this DeFi Legos opportunities that we were talking about. I mean, we are
Willie
going to
stack him and
see
stack.
more of
Like
these.
I'm imagining some
Yes.
variation on DeFi Summer where you like fucking take your token, your asset token here, plummet in over there, get yield on that token, which maybe pays for it could be
Yeah.
used as a hedge against like your losses on this side, and then basically
Mhm.
deposit 1 ETH,
Yeah.
take out $6 million. That sort of that sort of DeFi
Yeah.
prediction market
It's
Lego shit that I want to
you
see.
deposit, deposit one ETH, get stable coins, buy ETH, deposit
Yes.
more ETH, get a greater deposit there, borrow more against that, and keep doing that in a loop. And there were even some protocols that kind of made that more efficient. With only one transaction, you were doing this
Yeah.
loop, which was crazy. But anyway, I mean, I mean, it's interesting to see that from a technical perspective and an economical perspective, how we can make these assets way more efficient. But unfortunately, we are going to see more of this really soon. Moving forward here, we have Pix on Chain. We've been mentioning his content every once in a while, and this is interesting because he goes through his strategy, how he's trading mentioned markets. Oh, actually, not mentioned markets. This one, how he's trading the markets, about the performance of Mr. Beast
Yeah.
videos, and he states his strategy here basically. So another solid profit and loss profits on this latest video market. Two of my top three traders so far have come from these. And the edge is super simple. So know your numbers, know what makes good content, and once you've got that, here's what to do. So watch the video and rate the effort. You don't need to like the topic, just judge how much work went in. If you're good at content, go deeper. Look at pacing, engagement, how many cliffhangers they use it. Plus, if there's a human storyline and whether they open loops for trigger the Zeitgarnik effect, unfinished attention is like a higher retention.
What's his handle? Just
And
before you
number
go on, because I want to give him a shout out.
Speaks on chain.
Excellent.
Speaks on chain. Yeah, we talking about multiple posts of
Yeah,
him. I
yeah, yeah,
mean,
yeah,
he's been doing some pretty interesting stuff in this space, and he doesn't have a badge,
yeah.
so he's not shielding one of others. So monitor the views in first 4 to 9 hours. Compare it to past videos at the same time frame, and check how it ranks performance-wise 1 to 10. Plus, how that rank moves over time. Use tools like view stats. There's more nuance, but this will give you a solid foundation. Basically, okay, you can go deeper. It's just like when you're going to analyze stocks, you can do an overview, you can look to the base, or you can go really deeper. Basically, this is an overview, the basic stuff that you could take a look if you like this kind of markets, and this is how the videos perform and this. So not saying it's free money, but it's repeatable. So of course it's a strategy. Things
Yeah.
can change, things can happen, but okay. Most people are sleeping on it. Rest of the portfolio unchanged. Since we are near month end, I also parked leftover cash in some freebie markets, 0.3 to 1% in a day. Next update soon. The grind continues. So basically, he's doing this trading challenge. Not a trading challenge, but a prediction
Yes, it's a
challenge,
trading. It's a trading market
and
trading.
he's been
And
sharing this.
I like it. I like
It
his updates.
is,
I'd love him to
yeah.
come on and like we do one live. Like maybe I think that'd be quite cool.
Would you like to join us on the show? And I'm also gonna do the audacity. Okay, this is interesting as well because it came together for me this weekend. Basically, it's Tarek Mansour. It's one of the co-founders of Polymarkets, and he mentioned it was yesterday. Oh, last night, Cauchy's daily volume was officially surpassed at election day. Nothing beats football in America. I don't follow football because for me, football is the one you play
With
with
your
your
feet.
legs,
With
and
your
there's a
feet. Come
goalkeeper
on, guys.
with your feet.
There's a
With your
lot of
feet.
holding the ball in. It's
Feet.
handball.
Yeah.
And I know in America you have another handball. But it is
Handball.
you're
That's
holding
it.
it with your
There's
hand,
handball
you
as
kick it a
well.
couple of times. Rugby with suits.
Yes.
That's it's rugby.
Rugby. It
Rugby
could
with
be American rugby.
American rugby. That's what it should have been called.
It could be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rugby is more kind of violent or
No, I
so.
mean it's
But
they're both
anyway,
of them are
I
insane.
don't
I
no
like
not
they
not
both
not more not more violent. I think people they just
they
use
less
less
you use
protection. Anyway, I like
less
rugby.
protection. Yeah, and they grab each other's ears and shit like that. It's fucked up. Like rip their ears off and shit. Bah.
Anyway, so I don't follow that, but I know there was this great event happening, and of course, Cauchy has been doubling down in sports, and Cauchy hit the new time an all-time high on daily volume and transactions, so surpassing their performance in elections last year. It's pretty cool. I mean,
Yeah.
it just proves the demand for prediction markets that we've been
Well,
talking
it
about.
what again? It comes back to what we were saying at the end of last week. Or no, middle last week with was it with Aggie or was it Arseni? Maybe it was with Arseni.
Arseni, yeah.
They're going after sports betting because it's a low hanging fruit that people already do and have done for centuries, I presume, right? Like as long as there's been a sports game on with an outcome, probably somebody has bet on it. And yeah, it's just it's not for me. It seems very normal. There's no you don't need to educate people on sports betting, right? And
Yes, that's
for
it.
people that don't know, we did analysis on we got data on Polymarket and just looked at the different types of markets and the different volume in the different markets. And sports was way head and shoulders above politics. It wasn't even close. It was like twice as big as politics, and this was like 6 or 7 months ago. So if anybody thinks out there that these aren't sports betting platforms pretending not to be sports betting platforms, they're crazy, right? Because everybody likes betting in sports, right? Even
Yeah.
I'll even bet in sports from time to time on a prediction market. And our first dev, who built March Madness, he was trading a sports book, right? He was trading the order book on the games and making money.
Yeah.
So it's a very simple and easy thing to do.
And by the way, before working with Groovy, we run this March Madness on this on-chain March Madness with we call it March Madness, and it was pretty cool. So next
Groovy is
year,
arguably our second product, actually.
yes, yes,
Does
that
that
it
make us
is.
OGs, OG builders? Because we deliver two products.
That I've been around for years, working in several companies. So if that's not OG, I don't know what it is. Okay, let's go to Lord Miles. If you were waiting for this, okay, so.
Ooh, Lord Miles
Is
time.
it was Saturday morning that Nick sent this to me saying, holy fuck, see, okay, yeah, this was Saturday morning.
It was
Basically, these
Polysites
account
again. Thank you,
Polysites,
Polysites. Can you
yes. Shout
please
out to
respond to your
Polysites.
DMs because you said you were interested in coming on. I've not got back. I want to speak. I want to hear more stuff.
Let's create a market. Is Polysites replying to our DM this week or until today? I will create this market on Groovy. So, just in the real Lord Miles confirmed alive. So moments ago, he unpinned his latest post and made his ex account private. Come back soon, or this is the end. So more recent finds below. This is what happened. So there was a change. And last week we remember we mentioned how people saw him online on his Discord.
Yeah. So
Basically
they on his device, on his phone as well, on his mobile.
on his phone, yes. So users that bought heavily before and after the dip are stating to exit. So can't swim. Oh, I can't pronounce this word.
Can't swim.
Can't swim. A user that has been purchasing no shares weeks before the latest drop has completely exited. 30K plus profit. So this has been a pattern. Even some of the most prolific traders on Polymarket decided to take profits recently,
Hmm.
likely due to the high volatility of the market. At the same time, car on Polymarket has fully exited with nice profit as well. So it's $4,000 here, almost five here, 9K, let's say.
Nice. Cool, man.
Anomaly buys slow rotating in over the days, including a trader's name home runs that's been very convicted in the comments, not likely to be insider, low radar score. So basically, Polysides has this tool. It remembers me a little bit of what Arcahan was doing in the past. I'm not been following
Yeah,
Arcahan, but
actually,
this
yeah.
is pretty interesting. You remember that? I mean,
Yeah.
basically, it's a tool that helps you to visualize on-chain behavior, and it helps us to identify insider trading or whoever is doing what here. So another interesting thing to know, the initial buys we first spotted in the around 50 range, which was 50 cents last month, are still holding their yes positions. One of the first wallets we found a month ago still holding their 20K position. Okay, it's yes at 54 cents. And it was almost 20K, so it's a bunch of monies. So another wallet from 30 day that bought yes in the around 50 range, spotted by our 2 months ago, but is still holding all with around $6,000. So interesting detail. His Solana coin is still in the bio. If he completely abandoned the challenge, wouldn't he want to get rid of this too?
I don't know. I don't know what the thinking is around that. That doesn't make sense. Like,
there's a
there's
lot of speculation, and I
yeah,
don't think that everything that's here, it doesn't confirm that he is
yeah,
alive.
yeah.
That's the thing.
There's nothing there that would say he's, even with him being on his mobile phone, that could have been a family member or a friend opening up his his messages, right? Like,
Yeah,
there's literally nothing except from a death certificate that would show that he was dead. Like, that's
yeah.
what you would
That's
need
it.
to confirm, or a
That's it.
family member coming out. Like, even if it was still a joke, if a family member came out and said he was dead, I'd still probably be like, all right,
Yeah, I mean, it will
that's
be more credible than
yeah,
this. I
exactly.
mean, as you said, any family member could be not playing around, but organizing his digital life.
You
Anyone.
also need to think about it like this: if he's dead and he's got family members with his device, they will be getting notifications from people commenting on
Yes,
his
yes,
probably hate ones as well, right? Like, not nice shit. So the only way to get
yes.
around that is really make it like close off the account and limit the amount of
Yeah,
people that can do it, right? And that doesn't stop it, right? Because it's not deleting the account. So if you were to like do it in good faith, that like there's nothing in this post that suggests that he's alive, and there's
yes,
nothing in this post that suggests that he's dead.
yes.
Is it a nothing burger? Is this
Which
post a
doesn't make the
nothing burger?
fact.
It does show the
Yeah,
cool tool
but
though.
which
The tool is good.
doesn't change. Yeah, it doesn't change the fact that Polysite his sites he's building a pretty
Yeah, I
interesting
think
tool.
what it is a good
And
demonstration of how you would use the tool and to check people out and see if there's
to
market
spot.
manipulate. Because that's
Yeah,
the one thing we've always been concerned about. Like, how do you abuse and manipulate markets? And if there's more tools like
yes,
polysites, I nearly called it polysites,
Polysite.
then
Yeah,
that's really useful, right?
yes. And take a look at this. So last week we've been talking about this market, and it was around, I remember, 27, 20%. And this morning, look at this. It's around
That's a buy.
7%
That's a buy.
chances of yes.
That's a buy, man. I
Not
was like,
financial advice.
what's the odds?
Not
What's the
financial
odds?
advice
It's just
though.
like I'm fucked anyway. Like, I bought it above 20%, so when it popped, I still couldn't exit. I might as well get in again and hope for a big leg up. I
Let's
need a
buy.
leg
Let's
up.
buy. I will buy one
$1,
dollar.
15, pretty
I will
much
buy $1.
$15
Oh
back.
no, I need to log in. I need to log in here. But yeah, so let me not share my
Don't
screen.
do that. Everybody's
Oh,
seeing your
fuck.
business.
Lord Miles, Lord Miles. What's happened? I just logged in. Okay, take some time. Lord Miles. One
To all those
deposit one.
joining our live stream just now,
Ah, fuck.
what happened?
No, I used the
Ah,
wrong account. I need to disconnect and connect to another one.
I'll get on my flow
But
again. For all those of you out there are like watching a live stream, particularly on X, actually exclusively on X because I've not got Rumble or anything else opened. Jump in the chat, and like tell us what you think. We'll give you a shout out. We'll share your opinion with the masses.
yeah, and that's it. So I will buy. Fuck, since I forgot my password. But anyway, the point is, we don't know what's going on with Lord Miles. Chances of him to complete the challenge fall down to around 7% from 27% last week. So the challenge is supposed to end tomorrow.
Yeah.
What's going to happen? I'm interested in what's going to happen when the resolution comes and how people will
And
contest that.
also, yeah, so we'll follow the dispute of that resolution quite closely, I think. And I'm interested to see what happens after the resolution happens. Because if the resolution happens and then he pops up alive, then he manipulated the market. Right?
What's going to happen?
He should be criminally prosecuted for that. And if he isn't, then Polymarket might be criminally prosecuted for that.
I want to know. I want to know at least what is the deal between Polymarket and them.
Yeah,
that's the thing. In Lord Miles and his team, because they clearly coordinated.
He would not have created that
do
market on it. He can't create the market on it. It's not permission. So.
Exactly. So, what are the responsibilities later in this contract? What is the participation of both of them, and how it influences Polymarket's moves to come, let's say, come out as a regulated platform after this?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's that. Oh, check the odds on Polymarket for that, because it might not affect it, right? Because again, the way regulators work is go, bad boy, don't do that ever again. Bad. Get a rolled up newspaper, right? And then they say, pay us money, and you can make more money as long as you pay us.
That's what
right?
usually
We're
happens.
gangster like that.
Okay, no, it doesn't change anything. Let me share my screen with you. So chances of Polymarket US go live in 2025. See, actually, no, actually is up since last week. It's up.
I'm interested in this.
Up only.
Because how does it? I guess it means that they can start they can. Because they've bought this exchange, and they're basically
offer
grandfathering themselves in through the exchange. That's essentially what they're doing, right? That's one of their attempts. What it allows them to do is then advertise their financial products or betting. It's financial products, I think, is because they right. It allows them to advertise that in the US. Right?
Yeah, so American users will not need to use a VPN anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
What will happen with Cauchy volume when
interesting
Polymarket goes live? What do you think?
So Cauchy is...
Will people migrate to Polymarket? Cauchy has more markets, for sure. Cauchy has way more markets than Polymarket, almost 3 times more.
And Cauchy are regulated, right? They're doing lawsuits everywhere. But they're doing lawsuits because they're wide open in the US. Are they doing outdoor advertising over there and stuff like that? I'd like to know if they're doing any advertising or anything like that.
There was when John Wang joined Cauchy, he posted a picture of a Cauchy ads on Broadway during the elections
what it
last
does
year.
is it puts Polymarket in the ring properly with Cauchy, right? Because then they can go both for blow, and then it's like, how much money have you got? Like it's like, I've got more money than you, because our products are the same. What might win hands down? Well, I don't know, because Cauchy doesn't work like a betting company, i.e., there's no centralized odd setting, and it's very transparent how the winning pot receives their money and where it comes from, right? But we'll start to see maybe will the lack of KYC on Polymarket be a benefit, right? Because I'd say that's the only difference between them right now, is one is KYC and one isn't. And I think Cauchy, it looks like, because they got doing dashboard and stuff like that, are quite transparent with their data. So it's like, so how transparent is the data? Is there KYC? And then possibly, and this might be the big one, what tools are being built to allow very large players to come in and play, like syndicates and potentially institutional players, right? Because that's the good long-term money, right? If we look at what's going on with Bitcoin's price right now, none of that is retail. That's Bitcoin treasuries, institutions, high net worth, family offices, guys and girls and companies that come in and buy and hold for extended periods of time, giving us price stability. So if you've got market participation consistently from these players, that means you have a lot of volume. Back to what Arseni said on Thursday, he believes that it's like, it's a binary, someone wins, someone doesn't. I don't think it's that clear, right? But whoever does have the most volume consistently in particular markets will benefit highly. Like they will be a highly profitable business. I'm just interested in like what the exit
Yeah,
is for the investors. That's my thing. It's like what is, because it's like, again, comparing them to Hyperliquid, when Hyperliquid had no investors, as far as we know, or no official investors, right? This is not the same thing, because they
yeah.
have investors, which means the investors all have to get the biggest chunk of the tokens, not the community.
Yes, they will have to
So
turn
if
on
they both go
fees
crypto,
soon enough.
it's either an IPO or a token launch, right? Who's going to do it? Like, and it's
Uh-huh.
what,
Yeah, yeah.
like, I'm really interested to understand, like, what's
It-
most beneficial for these companies and their long term growth. I mean, it's probably an IPO, right? Because you won't get the pump and dump of the
but think
token.
think about that for Cauchy before that. The thing is, Polymarket works everywhere but in the US.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't
And
work in the
Cauchy is the
UK.
opposite.
It doesn't work in
Works
any regulated market. Even Brazil at times, I think
okay.
they have problems.
Okay,
So
okay.
they're
No,
totally,
I can use Polymarket
yeah.
freely here, but I cannot even create an account
Even
on
if you use your
Cauchy.
VPN,
So no, because they ask me a zip code, an American zip code. They ask an address. I mean, I could
yeah,
fake one, but I mean, it's not only just using a VPN.
yeah.
It's not like that. So I just assuming that they have a minimal know
They
your
do, they do. I
customer
mean, this
uh,
is why I can't be
procedure.
fucked with it. Like, I'd rather just be
Yeah.
anonymous. My-
So of
Yeah,
course, my point is, if we see Polymarket going to the US, Cauchy would still have room to growth going outside the
yeah,
US, multiple jurisdictions. That's the thing. So before launching a token, so what else comes from Polymarket after going to US? A token
yeah,
maybe, but for Cauchy, before a token, they still can spend to other jurisdictions. That's my point here. So it seems that they have more room to growth,
yeah. Um,
unless Polymarket becomes really creative and do
well,
something
prediction
else,
markets in general have loads,
which is
because
not
you've
a
not. It's
token.
not just the markets you're in; it's the verticals you're in as well, right? There's just, if we hope and believe that we erode the prediction markets, erode the betting industry to the point where it disappears, and it totally, they either build their own prediction markets, which are on chain or very transparent. Um, I think all in all, that's great for everybody. But the regulate, well, how do you regulate that, right? Like, and
Mhm.
if the old guard switch to prediction markets, they will work directly with the regulator to create regulation that benefits them.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. They are well established and well placed everywhere, so I think it will be way easier
Exactly. They
for them
already own the
to
regulators.
move to
They already
prediction.
own the regulators.
Yes, they will. And they could take advantage of all the fights fought by Polymarket and Cauchy to just use that and build anything prediction market related on top of
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. I think there's not enough
Yeah, it will be
conversation,
interesting to see.
and because this is an industry, this is an inter-industry thing. This is not for the end user necessarily. Like, but
Hmm.
there's just not
Yes,
enough
yes.
conversation of like what happens when traditional betting industry starts to get a little bit annoyed with the lack of volume that they've got, because prediction markets are starting to slowly eat into their user base. Because, like, I've said this before, in the
Yeah.
UK, there are many, many documented cases on YouTube of the end user not being allowed to take their winnings because the house doesn't want you to win, right? You'll see this in Vegas as well, right? They'll try to keep you
Hmm.
in. Like, just watch
Yeah.
any sort of Vegas film and they'll show you roughly how they're doing it, right? And and also, if
Yeah.
you are
Yeah.
a fucking if you're like a Barry Bonds and you're knocking that shit out the park all the time because you understand the game very well, or potentially have contacts in the locker rooms with some of these teams, you will be banned from using the platform, and they share that across all the other platforms, and you can, and even like they collude to stop winners taking their money.
But I will disagree with you on this because the way it is right now, the casinos or the houses are paying
Yeah,
the
yeah,
money. So if a user wins too much, you, the house, is paying. But in
Oh
prediction
yeah, that's what I'm
markets,
saying.
everyone else is
It's not
paying.
going to. It's not
That's
like
so
that in
yeah.
prediction
There's
markets,
no
so that
this.
won't happen. And
Yes,
so
it's not like that.
how
That
does the
would
old
yeah,
guard
exactly.
deal with that, right? Because they're used to making like billions of dollars from fucking the end user and making it really hard for you to win. Whereas prediction markets,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah.
basically do your own research and is God or luck, whatever you subscribe to, on your side that day, right? Like, is
Yes.
that's it? It's,
Most important for them would be to have actually efficient markets which outcomes are not disputed, because they will have to spend money to
well,
resolve
a lot,
disputes.
yeah, and also, but right now prediction markets, except from Calci and Polymarket, which they've got enough money, right? But they have to have fairly robust legal teams and AML and right, like
For
are
sure, yeah.
Polymarket and Calci doing AML? Right? Are they doing anti-money laundering? What do you think? No,
Doesn't
I
seem
don't think
so.
they are.
Doesn't seem so. If I had to guess, I would say
Out of the two of
no,
them
for sure.
currently, who
No,
would
for
have the
sure.
least cost at doing AML?
Me, if if the least
Exactly,
Polymarket,
because
because
it's on
everything's on
chain.
chain,
You
is
just
easier to
pay for a
track.
subscription to an AML tool, and they do your due diligence on AML. Calci has to do it
Yeah, yeah,
manually.
yeah. But on the other, yes, dude, if I go to my bank account and if I want to withdraw $1,000 in cash, I need to tell how I got that money, why I will use that why I'm withdrawing, how I'm going to use that money, and I need to give a notice to the bank 48 hours prior
Yeah,
that. On the other hand, I can put millions and millions of dollars on my Polymarket account here, trade and do
trade,
whatever I want,
switch it
and
into
withdraw,
USDC.
and
You
no
use an
one
off ramp
asks.
card. You don't need to talk to anybody, right? It's just
Exactly.
that's it.
Bam,
On ramp,
bam.
off ramp,
Yeah.
off
So
ramp. Yeah,
that's
off
it.
ramp.
So if you're a bad actor or anything like that, I'm not saying that you should use
No, you're not
Polymarket
saying
to launder
that at
money
all.
at
But
all.
with that's the sort
Not at
you can
all.
see the
I'm
case
just
from the
I'm just saying
regulators
that
saying
it is still there's still a lack of regulation, especially compared to the basically bank system that we have here in Brazil, for example.
it's a
So
global
I mean,
banking
we
system.
are
It's not just
really, really,
Brazil.
really far. Yeah, but I mean, yeah, I mean, I just mentioning this that's even smaller amounts of money with $1,000, dude. I have problems withdrawing
The-
$1,000.
I
It's
saw a guy. I'm pretty sure he was in
nothing
the
if you're
UK.
in
It was in.
US.
I'm in a Bitcoin group, and he was just like, we went to buy a house. We did everything they asked for, and we traced all the transactions, everything. They weren't nothing they were doing is job. They're not dodgy people. They're normal people who were in Bitcoin really
Hmm.
early,
Hmm.
and they could not buy the house. The regulators refused to accept the money.
See,
It's like this goes on to the bigger
see,
problem of like
the
how the
fuck.
fuck do you get off of crypto and into real world
Yeah,
assets
yeah, yeah,
with
yeah.
your crypto? I'm concerned about that shit.
Yes,
Like
yes.
it's
No, I keep telling these people. So I had to spend like 2 years kind of off ramping crypto, selling to try and avoid, because we have some amount of money that we can sell here in Brazil that there's
Mhm.
no tax for that if you sell crypto, just like with stocks and whatever. So to avoid these taxes, I have to make a plan, and it took me like 2 years to off ramp some amount of
It's not even
money
about
that
you still pay the tax
was
here. You would
enough
still
to.
pay the tax on it, and it's just
Yeah,
they would
I
say, "Oh no, we
know,
can't guarantee
dude.
it's not laundered
We've
money."
been dealing to we've been dealing with a guy from India,
Yeah,
right? And we had to pay his salaries. And dude, he stopped accepting crypto because his country is charging him like 30% on top of
on
his
stables,
wage,
guys. It's
which
not just like he
on
gets charged
stable
on
coins,
the
which is
arbitrage
crazy.
between his local currency and USDC. He gets charged for having like a crypto USDC. It's
Yes,
fucking crazy shit.
it is, man. It is. So, dude, I think we went really
For a grumpy
on the
Monday,
sidelines.
we did pretty well.
Yeah, for
Guys,
a grumpy Monday,
we want
I
some
think
like
so.
applaud because we were grumpy as fuck when we started, and because we enjoy
Yeah,
this stuff so
I'm
much,
happy.
we just kept with it.
I I'm less
Yeah,
grumpy
I'm less
now.
grumpy.
maybe it was my coffee. So guys, make sure if you listen to us, if you're watching, thanks a lot. Send us a DM, show us some love, and make sure follow us here if you're already following. Share this with a friend. I mean, we've been working hard to try and make the best for the space here. Check out our pinned tweet here. We have testnet, Groovy Market testnet is live. You can create your own
Yeah.
markets. You can get 1% fee of the total volume that people trade. Of course, it will be fake money because it's testnet, but even though you can test your skills both as a content creator and as
Why
a
don't you jump
trader.
onto the market, the recent markets page, just to give people examples of what, when, like, literally you can pick some of the best market ideas out there, and we'll just show them, right? Because there's loads of markets you can create, like around meme coins, around anything, basically anything in crypto. You can create markets around, and anything at all,
That's
you
it.
can create markets for. We've got a question that is
So all the crypto
thing,
experience.
event, date. That's it. You can just do anything.
Fuck, man.
Why are you always logged out?
What the I don't know, man. I don't know. Earlier this morning, I wasn't even able to reply a guy on Twitter. So it's not so surprised that I'm not logging in. Okay, let's try again. Okay, go to playground.groovy.markets. We see beautiful Peter shift here. Will gold cost less than 3,845 by September? I don't think so. So I can just come here and buy $100 shares of no. Okay, I just confirmed. So we sponsor fees. Okay, even though when we go live, this is
We'll
testnet,
always
so
sponsor
fees
fees.
are free, but we sponsor fees. We are building on Say, so shout out to our friends at Say. Really fast and reliable blockchain, really cheap to play around on Say. So will pump goes equal than 2 cents by
After the dump
December.
last week, I think
Bitcoin,
no. That was a hell of a dump.
no,
That was a
yeah.
terrifying dump.
So this is an interesting one. So people are betting on a DPEG of USDC. Most of them not, but
Well, it's
yeah.
done it
So
before,
will
right? So
Groovy.
really, I'm not.
It happened.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
happened
But it
before.
wasn't USDC's fault. It was the bank where they held their money, right?
The
So
banks.
it could
Yeah, yeah,
happen, and
yeah.
it doesn't mean an existential threat to USDC. It just is a thing. Can you jump
Yes.
into the gold
But
one just for a second? Can you jump into that market
the
details page? Yeah, jump
gold.
in there. Are
Okay,
you
yeah.
logged in? Yeah, you're logged in. All right.
Yes, I
And
am.
here it
So
is, guys. A
oh, and
live
I
stream.
I was the one who created
Yeah.
this. Yes. So let me show you guys how it works. Oh,
We can't do it
okay. Because I'm
because
I'm
we're
already
already
sharing.
sharing the
I'm
screen,
already
right?
sharing
You
my
can't do it.
screen. I'm
It's
using.
that easy.
That's the thing. It works with Google. So yesterday I was on a call with Google and I was able to show it, but with this app
Yeah.
that we are using here, Restream,
No.
it doesn't work. But anyway, basically, if you create a market, you are able to have a live stream and you can have a comment
Yeah.
section. You can have everything. I would take short screens of this. Um, basically this, and if you want to create a
We made
market
the
here,
we made the
you can
button way
create a
more
binary
colorful. We made
market.
it a very colorful button. So if you're
Yes,
visiting Groovy,
it's a
just
kind of
actually use it.
rainbow.
Just try it. It costs nothing. Tell us if you think it's
Just
bullshit or
nothing,
not.
yeah.
We're always open to that. And yeah, this is how you could
Yeah,
literally you can create any question you want.
we have we have templates for everything to make your life
We
way
also have an
easier.
AI stopping
If
you
you don't
from
like our
making terrible
templates,
markets that are mean and shitty.
and harmful for people, right? Yeah. So basically, you can create markets on anything here. And if you don't find the templates that suits your needs, I mean, you can search templates here. You can write as a message, and our devs are going to work to make this happen. That's it. If you need money to play around, just click on deposit, and you will have the faucet. It looks bad because of Safari. If you're using Google Chrome, it will look cooler, and then you mint your tokens. You get 10,000 Groovy USDC, and then you come here and you're able to
Yeah.
play. That's it. If you go to your profile, you can see your positions. Let's go all your positions.
all the
everything
markets
that you
you've
bought, everything that
created,
you
the money
sold.
you've made from those markets.
You can, yes, you can manage the markets you created. That's
Yeah.
it. So you can even see the amount of money you make because you're a market creator. So you get 1% of total volume traded on the market. That's it. You can filter here. We can have some highlights for some top markets. We even have these mention markets
Yeah.
here.
I would like to
See?
see mention markets around crypto streamers. So like I saw one of the guy never got back, but like if you're into this, like he was a clipper for Gamesy, right? So he was clipping Gainsey stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, the guys that clip Gainsy's could create markets dead easily because they know what's in there, right? And they could create a market for
Yeah, he knows
every
Gainsey.
single
He probably
stream, right?
followed.
Like how many times is he going to say something like a guy? He's going to say dick or fuck or going to zero
Mm-hmm.
or like that sort of stuff. Or if
Yeah,
is
yeah,
like
yeah.
is he going to
That would be
post like
interesting.
food on his feed this week? How many times will he post? Because he does that shit all the time. So I think like that stuff would be really cool. You can create grouped markets for it. But yeah, it's like meta.
Yeah.
It's like a meta on the KOLs.
Yes. So feel free, try Groovy, go to playground.groovy.market. I want to see what kind of market you would create. Share with us after you create a market. You see a pop-up link that you can share your on your account, so you can invite your friends to play with you, and let's see if you can make some interesting market. I would like to play your market. So create a market, go to playground.groovy.market, create your markets, and ping me 0x take profits. I would love to check it out and buy some shares there. And once again, make sure to subscribe to the newsletter, the One Trade Show. The one trade.substack.com. This is the $1 trade newsletter. And make sure to follow us on X.
Help us break
Okay.
that 2K. That'll be hot. We break that. It's ticking
Yes.
up. It's ticking up nicely.
And thanks a lot for joining us, guys.